Today we're going to talk about the least common multiple, or the LCM. Starting off, let's go over some vocab. First one is multiple, the product of the number and any whole number. So whenever you multiply two numbers together, the answer is going to be your multiple. Common multiples are multiples that are shared by two or more numbers. So for example, if we use the numbers 2 and 4 and we list out all their multiples, the ones that they have that are the same are common multiples. And then finally we have least common multiple. So out of all the multiples that they have in common, the smallest one is your least common multiple. Alright, we have two different ways to find the least common multiple. They are factor tree and step division. So I'm going to walk you through how to use both of them to find your least common multiple. So first one, we're going to start with factor tree. So if we're given the numbers 4 and 7, we factor them out, just like we did with prime factorization. So we come up with what two numbers multiplied at 4. It's 2 and 2. They're both prime, so we circle them. 7, it doesn't factor because it's already a prime number, so we just circle it. Then what we look for is our matches, just like with the GCF. So I look here. I have no numbers here that match with numbers here. So with no matches, I bring down all prime numbers and I multiply them together. So I'm bringing down both of my 2's and my 7, and then I multiply them together. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 7 is 28. So the least common multiple of 4 and 7 is 28. Okay? If we were given 3 numbers, we do the same thing. Factor out our 4, so we get 2 and 2. They're both prime, we circle them. 5 is prime, so we circle it and stop. 10 factors out to 2 and 5. Those are also both prime, so we circle it. Then I look for matches in all 3 numbers. Okay? So I have 2's here, a 5, and a 2 and a 5 here. I have no matches in all 3. But then I can look at matches between 2 numbers. So since I have a 2 here and a 2 here, that's 1, 2 that they have in common. I have a 5 here and a 5 here, so that's a 5 that they have in common. And then what I do from there is I bring down any number that is not matched up with anything. So I have a 2 left here that's not matched up. I bring that down as well. Okay? So then I multiply all of these out. 2 times 5 is 10, times 2 gives me 20. So the LCM of 4, 5, and 10 is 20. Step division. We're doing the same process, only you're doing the step division. So I have 4 and 6. So my lowest prime that goes in is 2. It goes in 2 times. They're both prime, so I circle them. For 6, I have my lowest prime that goes in is 2. It goes in 3 times. Those are both prime, so I circle them. Then I find my matches. So I have a 2 here and a 2 here. That's a 2 in common. And that's all that I have that matches. But with LCM, you bring down everything that does not match as well. So I need to bring down my 2 and 3 as well. Then I multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. So the LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Okay, so if I have 3 numbers, 4, 5, and 10. Once again, work them out. 2 goes into 4 twice. They're both prime, we circle it. 5 is already prime, so we circle it and move on. 10, 2 goes into it 5 times. Those are both prime, so we circle it. Then I find my matches in all 3 first. I don't have anything in common in all 3, so then I can look at matches between 2 numbers. I have a 2 here and a 2 here. That's a 2 in common. I have a 5 here and a 5 here. That's a 5 in common. Then everything that doesn't match, I bring down with it. So I have 2 times 5 is 10. Times 2 is 20. So let's go through one of these together. If I am trying to find the least common multiple of 9 and 6, first thing I'm going to do is factor it. So what 2 numbers multiply to 9? 3 and 3. Good. They're both prime, so we circle it. What 2 numbers multiply to 6? 2 and 3. And they are both prime, so we circle. Okay, now I look for my matches. I have a 3 in this one and a 3 in this one, so that's a 3 in common. I have no more matches, but I have 2 numbers that are not matched up that I also bring with it. So I need to multiply it times 3 times 2. So now I have 3 times 3 is 9, times 2 is 18. My LCM is 18. Okay, if we work out step division, lowest prime number that goes into 9 is 3. It goes in 3 times. Those are both prime, so we circle them. Move to 6. What's my lowest prime number that goes in? 2. 2 goes into 6. 3 times. They're both prime, so we circle them. Then once again, I look for my matches. So I have a 3 here and a 3 here, 3 in common. I have nothing else in common, but I bring down both of my extras. So I have times 3 times 2. 3 times 3 is 9, times 2 is 18. Okay? Now I want you to try this one on your own.